Good evening, everybody, and welcome here to Nashville Super Speedway as we're getting set for race number 6 of 20 in season 1 of the M&M's Cup Series. Yes, before I go over what we have for today, I want to go ahead and tell everybody that we are going to have only 20 races here in the M&M's Cup Series instead of the 33 I originally planned. So, just giving you guys that little heads up. So I apologize for the last second change, but nevertheless, hope you guys are excited for these races. We got Nashville coming up. Next week, we head to Hillside International Raceway, and then the following week, we will head to the high banks of Talladega Super Speedway. Should be a lot of fun as far as that is concerned. It's time for the Tennessee Lottery 250 here at Nashville, excuse me. On the pole position is Austin Scott in the 24 machine. Austin Scott is 42nd in the points, but with the 84 not in the event this week, that will probably change after today's race. Alongside of Sylvia Cunningham, who is third in the points table coming in this race. Row 2 is L Dorn. In the 1, he is second in points. The guy he's trying to run down, ironically, is his teammate, L Bianchi, who starts in 5th. And Dylan Cunningham in the 11. He gained 2 spots up to 18th in the standings. Bianchi is the points leader by 2 points over Dorn. Sylvia Cunningham is 6 points back in 3rd. Last week's winner at Rockingham, North Carolina, D Gitirokh is 4th. Larry Hoyt is 5th. Bushy Clements is 6th. 7th, Christopher Bright, Aaron Crowder, Ray Atikian, and Quentin Moore complete your top 10. As we look at the rest of the starting lineup, this week's interloper, if I can find that driver, I think is starting. Oh, there she is, Lucky Prescott, who last time she ran these cars. Oh, hold on. All right, let's try that again. Gonna get these cars rolling off. Oh, hold on. Okay, after 4 attempts, hopefully nobody had any problems. As you see, the JGR teammates back here at the rear of the field. Need to make sure nobody is having any issues so we can go racing here for 38 laps. Now, what I was going to get ready to say before this is like the 4th attempt of drivers not wanting to roll off onto the track. Back to Lucky Prescott in the number 50. Last time we were on this mod, which is the mod that we're on, the NXS 20, she won Rookie of the Year. Oh, by the way, she failed to qualify for, I think it was like 2 races in Buffalo Wild Wings. But still had a good run. So we'll see what happens here as we're getting set for the Tennessee Lottery 250, race 6 of 20 in the M&M's Cup Series. And we are green here at Nashville. That's like 3 times. This is like the 4th attempt we've tried to get these cars to roll off without having any problems on the grid. And I want to make sure everybody rolls off the grid without having problems or mechanical problems. Don't know if M&M's Cup Series will have a second season or not. I've not made any announcements as far as that is concerned. I will, however, after the M&M's Cup Series season is done, I'm going to have the Foster Series run one more season without Hergel Arvin Alonso interfering and bitching to Cody Smart, because I know he's going to start doing that. And the reason I'm going to do one more season of Foster's is because I want to retire that series for good, rather than somebody taking my series without my permission And then we spark a whole nother deal of controversy, if you know what I mean. Which we are going to use the Gen 7 cars. I haven't decided. I haven't decided what car set I'm going to be using. Because I know this guy, Maxi Chilton, I know, is going to be in the All-Star race that I know of for the Foster Series. And yes, it will be a 36 race season. But everything will get planned out in the next coming days on how we're going to do the season. But all those details will, like I said, be in the Discord, the World Racing Association Discord. Either that or do a random series or have the former Foster series be called or have it be called the Canadian Tire Series. But then again, I haven't made any I haven't made any decisions as far as that's concerned, which will come at a later date. So we will just have to wait and see. Oh, it'd be the Aperture series. That will be the rename of the Foster series. So caution's out for the first time today. While I was lollygagging about that, Austin Scott will lead us back to our caution, our first of the day, and it's for L Eckstorm. A lot of damage to that colleague racing machine. Jacob Foster, Casey Hoyt's involved. A lot of damage to that Jordan Anderson racing machine. Jake Brentley, and who was that? That was Matt Gomes on the outside. As Austin Scott will lead us under our caution, our first of the night. Let's go back and look at a replay to see what happened in turn number 1. Here's what happened here. Looks like 3 wide here. I think Eckstrom came down on Casey Hoyt, is why Casey got into Jacob Foster and went up and got the left rear of the 10. Yeah, took all 3 cars into the wall. That's too bad for Eckstrom because she was looking to have a good points day today. Casey Hoyt looks like his day is going to be, or his night rather, is going to be done. Casey Hoyt was 15th in the points coming into this race. L Eckstrom 12th in the standings. And Jacob Foster, who comes into this race 37th in the points, he definitely did not need a bad finish here tonight here at Nashville. So the caution's out for the first time tonight. Let's get to the restart here at Nashville. Getting ready to go back to green flag racing on lap number 14 of 38. So we're nearing the midway point of tonight's race. Austin Scott is the leader. Rogel Dorn is second. Maxi Chilton third. L Bianchi fourth. R Atikian fifth. J Isley in sixth. Seventh is L Contreras. Eighth, Ayrton D. Silva. Ninth is Zachary Fitzwater. And 10th is Shane Scott. Zachary Fitzwater still having some health issues, so we'll probably have Annie Thomas, who's actually in that 39, even though it'll still say Zachary Fitzwater on the deal. Until Fitzwater's been medically clear, he won't be in that 39, and somebody's having problems. I think that's De Silva. Yep, it is De Silva. It looks like he's coming to pit road with a problem, so tough break for him. The only driver out of the race is Casey Hoyt after he got involved in a wreck, and De Silva did not come to pit road for some reason. I don't know what he's doing, but he's about to trigger the second yellow of the race as we're back to green. And I don't understand why he stayed out. He should have came to pit road. Is this going to bring out a caution? It did not bring out the yellow, and he's already teleported to pit road. Looks like he missed the pit entry is why he came to a stop. And since they got the car teleported to pit road real quick, so that's going to be a tough break for Ayrton De Silva. He dropped 8 spots down to 21st position in the point, so that is a tough break for the 91. I don't know if I should go make my plate now or wait until we have a caution. Because I think they said dinner's ready, and that was at the worst possible time as I'm recording this. So I'm going to probably wait until either we go to commercial break or the caution comes out. But for right now, I'm going to have to stay put. So we can definitely say this series will be a one and done series. Unless I use it for another Xfinity series, if you know what I mean. But like I said, that's up in the air. Don't know if I'll be doing season 2 or not. We'll see. As we're nearing the midway point of this race, I better hope Andrew doesn't get on my butt and say, well, why did you not eat dinner? Like, I really don't want to get involved in that. Because the food's going to be all gone, and I didn't even get a plate because I'm commentating this race right now. As we're at the midway point of this race, I'm waiting until they clear out, then I can make the play. Otherwise, I can't. Because I don't want to miss if we have a caution or not. I can wait and make a plate later. All right, I'm going to try to attempt to go make a plate for dinner and come right back. If anything happens, we'll jump back, look at a replay. But for right now, I got to go get my dinner made, and I'll be right back. right, I'm back. Has Ayrton, yep, De Silva is back in the race. He's now 2 laps down, so not entirely sure what was the problem on that 91, but that's not going to be a good point stay for him. As somebody else just had problems. That was Dylan Cunningham. Oh, bad night for Colleague Racing just got worse. Dylan Cunningham was gained 2 spots to 18th in the points as we're nearing 10 to go here at Nashville. Not entirely sure what is wrong with the number 11. But as I said, a bad night for Colleague Racing has gotten worse. And I'd be worried about Sylvia Cunningham, who come into this race third, no. I would be worried about the 16 of Cody Smart. There's Ecksterm is off the pace. Check at the rear of the field. There's De Silva, a couple of laps down. Jacob Foster is involved in our first caution, running in 30th. Aaron Crowder, Rogel Dorn second in points. And L Bianchi is now in the top 10 in 7th. So right now, Bianchi will have the points lead heading into next week. I think next week we're going to go to Talladega next week. Of course, that is on today being May 1st. Of course, we just had Texas for the Oreo Cup Series. We got Trucks and Busch and Winston Cup from Auto Club Speedway. So Lauren Eckstrom will have an overnight flight. To go to Auto Club. C Chilton got around Austin Scott. As we're coming to 3 laps of racing to go. A reminder, this copyrighted broadcast is presented by the authority of the World Racing Association, the Blue Hedgehog TV. For the private use of our audience, any reproduction or rebroadcast or retransmission or any other disseminations or the use of this broadcast without the express written consent of the World Racing Association, the Blue Hedgehog TV is prohibited. Blue Hedgehog TV, I want to thank you fans for your support, and we hope you enjoyed tonight's broadcast. There's the 45, running in third. That's Asil. You'd see Asil came into this race, so I need to go back to the M&M's Cup Series points. '40th in the standings. So we're on the last lap, presented by Credit One Bank. What a great day for C Chilton, who's about to get his first win of his M&M's Cup Series career as he comes off turn 4 to win the Tennessee Lottery 250 here tonight at the amazing Nashville Super Speedway. And he'll go to victory lane and win a good guitar. And right now, standings are no doubt official. Already passed the 4th of the season last week. Austin Scott led the most laps, so I'll have to settle for second. Yutzi Asil will come home in third. Wonderful, well-needed run for him. L Contreras comes home in fourth. Lupi came in this race 23rd in the points, so he'll be inside the top 20 leaving today. His teammate, baby J Bracken, will come home in fifth. The 44 of Cole Koibe will finish in sixth. Koibe came in this race 30th in the standings, so he'll have a good run. J Isley in the 88, our winner from Daytona, comes away in seventh. He fell 6 spots down to 17th in points, so he'll move back up through the standings. R Atikian finished in 8th. Ray dropped 6 spots down to 9th, so he'll stay in the top 10 of the points. Josh Harmon in the 07 will come home in 9th. Josh Harmon came into this race. Hold on. Josh Harmon came in this race 32nd in points. I had to do a favor real quickly for myself. That's what I'm going to do. And Connor Breton will come home in the 10th position. You look on down through the remainder of the finishing results. Drivers that didn't have good runs today and drivers were running well in points are really going to take some hits. We had 37 drivers finish the race on the lead lap. L Eckstorm was the last of those drivers. Antoine De Silva finished 2 laps down. Not entirely sure what was the problem on his car. Not entirely sure what happened to the 92 there. If I can pull up the name, that would be Tyson Aquino. Not sure what was wrong with him as why he was in trouble, as he finishes 3 laps down in 39th, and 3 drivers did not reach the conclusion of the race. Lucky Prescott, what a shame for the final ever Buffalo Wild Wings Series Rookie of the Year. An engine failure let go on her Chevrolet. That's a tough break for her. Dylan Cunningham had a piston failure let go on his machine, and Casey Hoyt due to crash damage in our only caution of this evening's race. So this is going to have a point shakeup heading into next week's race at Talladega Superspeedway. I hope you guys enjoyed tonight's race from Nashville. If you did, be sure to give this video a like, subscribe to become part of the World Racing Association crew today. We showed your full finish results. Your point standings are down in the description heading into next week at Talladega Superspeedway. Until then, I've been D Gitirokh signing off. We'll see you guys next time as you've been watching another broadcast courtesy of the World Racing Association, the greatest racing since 2013.